In today's video, we are going to discuss all the unturned snipers. We will go over the Hawkhound, Schofield, the craftable rifles, the Sabertooth, the Snayperskya, Ekho, Grizzly, Timberwolf, and also the Matamorez. And we will be ranking them from worst to best. This video will also be split into 3 parts, where each part will be a different class of weapons. So let's get started. The absolute worst sniper is the Sportshot. This weapon holds 10 bullets and reloads with low caliber civilian ammo. This takes barrels, grips, tacticals, and sights, and the only barrel that you can put in it is the makeshift muffler. The range is 200 meters, and the damage that it gives is 25 to the head, 18 to the body, and 13 to the arms and to the legs. And you can find these weapons at civilian locations or can be dropped by civilian zombies. The Hawkhound holds up to 8 bullets and refills with low caliber civilian ammo. It comes with a barrel, grip, tactical, and also a sight. But the only barrel that you can put in it is a makeshift muffler. The range is up to 200 meters, and the headshot damage is 88, the body damage is 64, and the damage to the arms and to the legs is 48, and this can be found in farms. My favorite skin is the skin that I am currently equipping, which is the Evil Hawkhound, which you can get it from the stockpile. Next, let's go over to the Schofield, which is a very similar weapon to the Hawkhound. One of the main differences is that the Schofield holds up to 5 bullets, but it also refills with low caliber civilian ammo. This also comes with a barrel, grip, sight, and tactical, and you can only put a makeshift muffler to it, and the range is also 200 meters. As for the damage, it gives 88 to the head, 64 to the body, and 48 to the arms and to the legs, making it the exact same damage as the Hawkhound, and this can also be found in farms. Now, a lot of people do compare the Hawkhound and the Schofield, but they are very similar. Personally, I would go for the Hawkhound, because it does hold more bullets than the Schofield, but most of the stats when it comes to damages and ranges, they are very similar. But something else that there is to note is that the Schofield does have a lesser recoil. Next, let's go over to the birch, pine, or maple rifles. Now, all 3 of these are the exact same as that, except that you can craft them depending on the planks that you have, and they hold up to 5 bullets. They take barrels and sights, and the barrels have to be makeshift. The range is 175 meters, and the damage that it gives is 88 to the head, 64 to the body, and 48 to the arms and to the legs. Now, in order to craft this, you do need to get the following items. First things first is you need to have crafting 1, you need to have metal scrap, 4 planks, 1 tape, and 1 rope. Now, obviously the planks depend on which tree you're chopping down. Now, this weapon does take the rifle clips, which you can also craft with just 6 scrap and crafting 1. Next, let's go over to the next class of snipers, where we will be discussing the Sabertooth and the Snayperskya. First, let's go over to the Sabertooth. The Sabertooth holds up to 10 bullets and it refills with low caliber military boxes. This does come with some barrel, grip, sight, and tactical, and the barrels have to be military. So a military suppressor, military muzzle, or military barrel. The range is 250 meters, and the damage that it gives is 66 to the head, 48 to the body, and 36 to the arms and to the legs. This can be found in military locations on Washington, so Olympia Military Base, Seattle, and any other checkpoint. As for other maps, you can easily find this in airdrops. This weapon can also be found in other military locations when it comes to Russia and Germany. Now, my favorite skin for this would have to be the AR Sabertooth, which I am currently equipping. Next, let's go over to the Snayperskya, which is very similar to Sabertooth. One difference is that this only holds 7 bullets though, but it refills with low caliber Ranger ammunition. This comes with a barrel, sight, grip, and tactical, and the barrels have to be from the Ranger area, meaning that it has to be a Ranger suppressor, Ranger barrel, or a Ranger muzzle. The range is 250 meters, just like the Sabertooth. The damage is slightly higher than the Saber, having 71 to the head, 52 to the body, and 39 to the arms and to the legs. And this can be found in Ranger locations, Holman Island on PI, Heritage Valley in Washington, and any military location in Russia and Germany. My favorite skin for this has to be the AR Snayperskya. Now, when it comes to between these 2 weapons, I do prefer the Sabertooth, since it holds more bullets, and you can technically also spam the weapon, and it barely has any recoil without any attachments. So even if you have the right attachments, it can be one of the deadliest weapons in Unturned. Next, let's go over the legendary sniper, starting with the Timberwolf. Now, the Timberwolf holds up to 6 bullets, and it refills with high caliber military. It takes grip, sights, and tacticals, and this is a bolt sniper rifle. It is a heavy weapon, meaning that it can raid. It does have 300 meter range. The headshot damage is 108, it gives 79 to the body and 59 to the arms and the leg. This can be found mostly in PI and Summerside and Confederation and in airdrops on other maps. This can also be a mega zombie spawn on PI. For raiding damage, it gives 35 to the structure and to the barricade. And my favorite skin is the one that I'm currently equipping, which is the Stitched Timberwolf. Next, let's go over to the Ekho, which is also very similar to the Timber. This does hold 7 bullets though, and it takes grip, sights, and tacticals, and it is also a bolty. It's also a heavy weapon, meaning that it can raid, and it gives the exact same amount of damage as the Timberwolf. being 35 to the structure and to the barricade. It also has 300 meter range, and the headshot damage is the exact same as the Timberwolf, meaning that it gives 108 to the head, 79 to the body, and 59 to the arms and to the legs, but this refills with high caliber Ranger ammunition. This can be found in airdrops in Washington and PI, and it can be found in dead zones in Russia. And my favorite skin for this has to be the Aftermath. Next, let's go over to the Matamorez, which holds 17 bullets, but if you are lucky enough to find the Matamorez boxed, it can hold up to 36 bullets. For attachments, it takes grip, sights, and tacticals. This weapon is full auto, and it barely has any recoil, making it super strong. And it has 300 meter range. It refills with high caliber Ranger, and it can also raid. As for damage, it gives 77 to the head, 56 to the body, and 42 to the arms and to the legs. And this can be found in Ranger locations, in all maps, and in dead zones in Russia. It gives 30 barricade and structure damage, and my favorite skin for this has to be the comic boom Matamorez. Next, let's go over to the Grizzly, which in my opinion is the strongest sniper in Unturned Vanilla, but it only holds 5 bullets. It will refill with high caliber military ammunition. This takes grip, sights, and tacticals, and it is 300 meters. This weapon is not a bolty, and you can technically spam it, just like the Sabertooth and the Snayperskya. And the damage that it gives is 108 to the head, 79 to the body, and 59 to the arms and to the legs. And this can be a mega zombie drop in Washington. This weapon is mostly found in Washington at high tier spawn nodes. In other maps, you can get this mainly from airdrops. And as for my favorite skin, it has to be the Encinamous Grizzly. Over here we have a summary from the worst to the best snipers. You can also see the magazine that each of these weapons have, the range, and the headshot damage. Something that I did want to point out is why this Matamorez is on the second slot, being the second best sniper. The reason for this is, yes, it may have lesser headshot damage, but this weapon is full auto and it has the most bullets in a single magazine. And in my opinion, the reason why the Ekho is higher than the Timberwolf is that it has the exact same range and damage, but it has one more bullet. And that is it for this video. I really hope that you guys did learn something. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below, or in the description below. There will also be a link which will take you to the forum, where there will be a very nice infographic, which you can also download. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!